This video is about the Scofflaw cocktail and the origin of this funny word about scoffing at the law.
Hang out with us to learn more about this Prohibition cocktail. We are Teakwood Tavern Hospitality, educating minds and palates on wine, spirits, and food.
During Prohibition, most craft bartenders relocated to either Europe or Cuba, as there was really nothing new or exciting going on in the US cocktail scene at the time. Also, speakeasies weren't really hiring knowledgeable bartenders at the time to sling around moonshine.
Since these drinks were often made with inferior spirits like bathtub gin or moonshine, the drinks were usually based on really sweet syrups to help cover up those bad flavors. Now, interestingly, most Prohibition cocktails are actually pre-Prohibition cocktails because at this time in the US, no one was making craft cocktails. However, the exception being those cocktails made outside of the US. In 1924, the Boston Herald ran a contest to coin the term for lawless drinkers. The hope was to shame those illegal drinkers. Instead, the Scofflaws embraced it.
There were 25,000 entries, but Scofflaw took home the prize. The winner won $200, which was quite a lot of money at the time in 1924. But pretty cool, there were actually two different people who independently submitted the same word and won. So, well, they had to split the prize, but Scofflaw.
A few months after the Boston Herald's contest, the Scofflaw cocktail was created at Harry's New York Bar in Paris. Now, Harry's New York Bar was the first cocktail bar in Europe, and it opened in 1911. Names like New York or American Bar were ways that bars in Europe would differentiate themselves from being a pub or a tavern and instead be known for cocktails.
In 1934, which was 10 years after its creation at Harry's New York Bar, the Scofflaw was first printed in Gavin Duffy's official mixer's manual. Some thought it mocked the USA's noble experiment. However, there were many who thought it celebrated those Scofflaws. What do you think?
True grenadine is nothing more than pomegranate simple syrup. So please do yourself a favor, do not buy that commercial product that is nothing more than corn syrup and red dye, because there's really no pomegranates in there.
And it's super easy to make at home. All you need is equal parts white sugar and pomegranate juice. We recommend weighing out your ingredients. It's more accurate than using measuring cups. And then an immersion blender, mason jar, or blender, whatever you have, to mix them together.
For us, when we're making our homemade pomegranate syrup or grenadine, we use a 12-ounce squeeze bottle, which takes 200 grams of our pomegranate juice and 200 grams of our sugar. Again, weighing it out makes a perfect grenadine.
Now for the real show, let's make a Scofflaw cocktail. First, let's go through your tools. We're going to make a shaken drink here, so you need a shaker since you have both citrus and a sugar syrup, a hawthorn strainer, a lemon squeeze, very important, and jiggers. Definitely measure out your ingredients, very important, and oh yes, coupe glass too. Get something to serve it in.
All right, so let's make this cocktail. We're going to begin with 1.5 ounces of bourbon. Next, we have 1 ounce of dry vermouth. We are using Dolan, always a favorite, great value. Plenty of other great vermouths out there, but we're big fans of Dolan Dry. Next, we go with our fresh lemon juice. Now, we've already squeezed it beforehand. That's why we're not doing it right now. After that, we have our 1/2 ounce of grenadine. Earlier in this video, we provided you with a wonderful homemade recipe for grenadine. Please use that. Do not buy that store shit. And next, we have our orange bitters. 2 dashes of orange bitters to bring it all together. Shen's going to fill the shaker with ice. Seal that up. You give it 12 shakes. 12 shakes is enough tonight to both dilute and chill the cocktail. She's dumping out our ice, so we now have a chilled coupe glass. Just gonna strain that using that Hawthorne strainer. Look at that beautiful color coming out. And that, my friends, is the Scofflaw. We hope you enjoyed learning about the Scofflaw cocktail and those who inspired its creation. If you'd like to learn more about spirits and cocktail making, head to our website, tequatavern.com, where we have in-depth articles on spirits and cocktails.
And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, Tequat Tavern, here. And if you'd like to see another video just like this one, click here.